Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss, and welcome to the Talos Principle 2. I've been playing a lot of Planet Crafter recently, so I fancied a bit of a palette cleanser, something a bit different from the crafting and all the adventuring. So I thought I'd do a puzzle game, which is what this is. And I wanted to start with, I had played Talos Principle a couple of times many years ago, the original one, not the remastered version. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that and what you might expect from this game. So if you want to skip straight to me starting the game, skip to this time point here, and you won't have to hear my waffle. Anyway, so the original Talos Principle is a physics puzzler. You awake as an AI in an android body, and you are charged with solving various puzzles. It's a first-person aspect, and you have to solve the puzzles to prove your intelligence and also your worthiness, if you like, and also your independence. And there are many different puzzle types that build through some of the early ones. They're often things like beam puzzles, like where you're guiding a beam of light to various areas, and then you can start to use mirrors to move things around, and various other aspects like that. As it advances, you get things like multi-part puzzles. We have to solve individual pieces before you can do the final one. And then you get later things like I can't remember them all, but you get things like, I remember one where you can use a copy of yourself in like a time travel principle, where you make a copy of yourself doing X activities, and then you do the same thing at the same time to try and solve the puzzle. And it was quite good. I quite enjoyed it. In the middle of all this lot, there is also a bit of text. There's you can read about what has happened to humanity. Spoilers, we're all dead. Then you can find out about other AIs that are going through the same challenges as yourself, and you're generally failing at it. And also there's a lot of philosophy involved as well. Now the Talos Principle, the title itself, is a reference to a philosophical ideal, which is that, or principle. Talos was, in Greek mythology, was a bronze machine, an automaton, created and brought to life by the gods, presumably Hephaestus, the blacksmith god. And the Talos Principle in philosophy is that humans are really just biological machines. They're machines that have a different form to creating, like you might create androids or things like that. And as an ex-biologist, I kind of subscribe to that idea generally. And there's a lot of philosophy text that you could read through as well as part of the story, and I must admit I didn't quite enjoy that so much. I didn't like some of the interpretations, and it got a bit much after a while, but it wasn't essential. You didn't have to read that. You could just do the puzzles for what they were and just carry on through and enjoy it like that. So this, I don't know anything about this version of the game. I presume it's an extension from that. At the end of the first game, you escape. You are released from the I guess the training area that you're into the world, such as it is. But what we're going to do here, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to some puzzles. So now I've finished flapping my chops about it, why don't we get into it and actually find out what is here. Oh, I presume these are DLCs or later levels, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that. I've only got this one as far as I know. Let's get started. Okay, feels similar to the first start, I guess. Yeah. By the way, if it gets a bit too philosophy and too much chattiness in the game, I might get a little bit bored with that, and I'll focus on the puzzles. But I will still pause areas so that you can enjoy those. Pause the video and enjoy that text as well. Okay. Here we are. Well, this feels very familiar. I was about to combine familiar and similar there to the first game.
Child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend.
If you say so, buddy.
And I am called Elohim.
Okay, this is very similar to the first game. It was more of a like a marble sculpture park that you were in the first one, but I feel like we've got a familiarity here. Now this is built on a newer engine than the last one. I'm hoping I'm not getting any screen tearing. I have a much more powerful machine than I did when I first played it, but we'll see. If it gets too much, I'll tweak the settings and go from there. We can sprint. We can splish splash in the water. Can we? We can see ourselves. That's nice. There we are. See, we're an android again. Of course we are. Yeah, Elohim greeted us in it last time. Can I smash the pots? I cannot smash pots. That's not that sort of game. It's supposed to guide us through. I can't remember who. I'm not very. This is all very hieroglyphic and Egyptian. Elohim, as far as I know, is from the Bible, but I don't really remember. And I don't really know much about Bible stuff, so I'm sure that means a lot more to you, possibly, viewer, than not to me. There we go. So we've entered a puzzle area. These sort of gates mark the start of a new area, but also there are things like sometimes you can pass things, you can pass objects between areas, but not through these. If you're probably very familiar with Portal. There's so many people who play Portal, you're probably aware of that. Trying to take the companion cube in Portal out of an area or something else will make it break. Yes, that's what that simile does as well. Does that mean you can't get around these things sometimes, though? This is probably just a barrier. It is a barrier, so normally you'd have to unlock that barrier to get through. This is all very similar, which I guess is the intent. And here's a jammer. Okay, yeah, similar tools to before. So okay, what you do is use a jammer, and you have to aim it. You have to have a line of sight. You don't have to be that close necessarily. I like the familiar mechanics. I guess they're guiding us into this, and then we're going to have something different later. Right. Also, of course, we can't. Sometimes you can do clever tricks where you can. Say you had two jammers. You can obviously take one through, jam from the other side, and then carry that through as well. There'll be more of that sort of stuff as well, I'm expecting. But why we're out, when the purpose of the program, which was to create an AI, has been successful, us in the first game, why are they doing this again? What is the purpose of that? Yeah, a hexahedron, which is, of course, goes on switches. Yes. So I thought I saw something for a second there. I'm feeling very good about myself. Look at me solving all these puzzles. What a smarty. What a genius. Kisploosh. Oh. Doesn't look so nice out there, does it, eh? Doesn't look so nice out there at all. Oh, you know what I'll do, actually? So as not to drive you crazy, in one of the things that I changed in Planet Crafter was the jump button, because I found it was making quite a bit of noise. There's a lot of jumping in that game, and there'll be a lot of jumping in here as well. I found that it was making my spacebar was making a lot of noise. I should not play with controllers, so I'm just pushing it to my mouse, one of my mouse buttons.
This land is but a dream. You will stay here only for a little while. Soon you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
My vessel?
Do not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself. As am I, after a fashion.
If you say so, geezer. Right. I must forge the tools by which humanity will rebuild itself and transform the world into the Eden that it ever was. The blacksmith. Yeah, humanity had already been trying to create artificial intelligence. I don't mean nonsense like grok and stuff like that. Okay, I need to find sigils. Yeah, that used to be... I think that used to be like a bonus in the game. Or is that part of us? I can't remember now. I thought there was ways of. There were certainly things you could find, like secrets you could find. But you have to have the sigils to put in there. Maybe I think that's part of the. Yeah, maybe these are extra bonus levels. Or are they part of the main thing? I don't recall anymore. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, so we'll find L's over here, yeah? The L symbol, which is part of the one. Maybe it isn't secrets. Maybe it's just part of the main game. I can't quite remember. Anyway, as I was saying, humanity was trying to create artificial intelligence.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish.
I'm lingering.
But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you.
Yes, boss.
And this place is only a dream.
Yes, yes. Okay. Quick button in, Elham. I'm trying to do monologues here. Yeah, so humanity was trying to create artificial intelligence, and then something happened. Cubic steps. Okay, so we're now in a puzzle area. What happened was... Yeah, I can just jump on top of it. I forgot about that. A disease of some sort happened. Or maybe like not a disease, but more like a degeneration happened. And humanity found itself... I do like that as a shortcut, by the way. Makes things much easier. Oh,
done, my child.
Thank you, buddy. Very nice of you to congratulate. You didn't have to congratulate me, but you know, you did. I appreciate that. Can I take this with me? Can I take with? Can I go somewhere else? That's what it does. Okay. And it resets the puzzle as well when you leave like that, I think. No, it doesn't. No, it just leaves it in there. That was it. Yes, some sort of degeneration had happened, and it was affecting all of humanity. By the way, also marked off, which is nice. And there was nothing really we could do about this. It was more like a prion type thing, possibly, rather than a disease. No one could seem to cure it. Everyone was affected by it, and it would just mean that over time you would just... It wasn't quick either. You would just fall apart and die. And you'd have things about this from some of the scientists studying it. Ooh, nice snake lamp. Very nice. And so the this became even more important. The fact of, you know, being able to create a replacement for us. You know, we're not going to survive. But can we create a replacement that will carry us through? Now, I'm presuming, yes. Okay. Can I grab it through the fence? I cannot. I need more blocks, I'm presuming. There we go. Wasn't that hard. Assistants were stacking, because I'm not being neat. I'm probably driving some of you around the bend by doing that, not stacking things nice and neatly. Yeah, all the principles. Again, yeah, I think we're going to go through this. We're going to go through this quests, these basic early puzzles. Once we've relearnt the basic techniques, then they will we'll be shoved into something a bit different, I think, is what will happen. Yeah, and by the way, oh yeah, top left, you can see we're collecting the items we need to get through to the next area. Okay, see how this works. There we go, and a little cable to tell you which gate it is. Oh, this is just what I needed, by the way. This is very enjoyable. It's exactly what I need. A puzzle like this. Nice and gentle on my old brain, you know?
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys.
Yes?
They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Hmm? Okay. I was looking for opportunities, like, you know, if there was a bit of a hole through a fence or something, could I sneak over? By the way, Great Pyramid over there. The Great Pyramid. You can tell by the old effect of the limestone coating that used to be on there. Limestone covering, all gone. He's got the base bricks left. So which one of these did we unlock then? The green one, not that one. This one? Okay. Oh, no, I hate these. No, 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 I don't like these at all. No, don't make me do these. No. I know they're easy, but my brain won't like it. What have we got over here? More stuff, all the same. Aha! Some text to read. The world is full of limitless beauty. I wish to see as much of it as I can. It just says at. That is true. Presumably one of us leaving symbols. Windy day? Oh yes, I'd forgotten about fans. Oh yes. We can turn a fan on. But it ain't going to stay on. No, no, was it? No, that was it. Yeah, that was it. You can put the fans onto units sometimes. Whee! But we need the fan. So we'll take the block. Put the block down, take the fan. Put that over there, put the block on there, and put the thing on here. Up we go. Right. Whee! Oops! I've got to jump. I've got to jump. Can I go and play out there?
Good.
Oh, pat on the head. Verbal pat on the head. That's okay, I don't... You know, you could say that's patronising, but we've only just been born. Oh! Uh-oh. That's a bad sign. We're back. We're back. We're here. I sent a crash report. It wasn't anything obvious I could see from why it crashed. It just crashed. We'll see how much that's a recurring problem. It had a very beautiful phrase. I wish I'd written it down, actually. It had a very beautiful phrase about the world breaking. And it vanishing into pieces. Right, we'll have that. Have this as well. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Have that. How about you? Yeah, very enjoyable. I'm enjoying. Before the crash, I'm just saying. I was really enjoying the. Hold on. That's not high enough. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Right. Yeah, all coming back to me. See. Hold on. No, 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 no. Look at me working things out. I was a bit worried about this as well, like how much I'd remember and how good my brain is anymore at doing these sort of things. I didn't want to be sitting here for ages. I'm sure there'll be cases later where I have to, you know, pause the recording and sit and ponder for a while and then bring you back in again. Single slit experiment. But not yet. What was that? Oh, it's the fan pushed me back. Oh, it's possible to have enemies as well, isn't it? It's possible to have enemies that attack you. Right, that'll blow us up in the air up to there. We've got... This is an emitter, and that's a receiver. So we want to block this. We can block it with a block. We can block it with us. But that's no use because we need to get over there. And so, you hear that? It had a little power-up time before it restarted. Any more text and things around here? Any more words of wisdom? Ooh, we can get over there probably. I bet we can, can't we? Whee! Words of wisdom from the... Oh, that fired that over. No. Let's block this. Ah! Run! Yeah, we may have occasion to use that timing at some point, where it takes a moment for an emitter to charge back up again, or rather, an emitter to. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. If I move this block, watch the target over there. See, it takes a moment before it does it, and some of them take different amounts of time before they charge up. Right, the last one in this area, I think. Versatile contraption. This is a blocker, a jammer. Okay, so we take it off of here. Now this has got two methods here. We just put it on there, but we can just jam from here. So which one do we want to do? That's the question. We've got a fan. We've got a thing through here. Ah, so I see. So what we can do is we can put it on here and jam that at the same time, doing double duty. Very nice. It guides you through nicely. The game is very good at teaching you one thing at a time. Okay, we can't take that out of there because it will get the field will stop it. So, and can we jam this field? We can do that. So now we don't need, we can use this for something else. Correct? Correct. Okay. B-bar to you two. And then we want to... What are we doing now? Where's the other bit? Is there a gate over there I missed? I'm missing a jammer. There we go. We got a sparkly.
Excellent.
And that ratchet noise was sometimes they drop. If it's a particularly complicated puzzle, they'll drop a wall, which allows you to get out again more easily. There was nothing else that's open. Yeah, that was the only thing that was opening up, wasn't it? There was no secret that opened up there. As I said, there are secrets in the game. Oh, they were in the first game. They will be in here as well, but where they might be, I don't know. We have to look out for like unusual objects, or as I said, like odd low walls and things where they might spark your thought to go, you know what? I bet I can X. You know, and you play around with those things. I'm saying sometimes you'll get situations where you can actually take things out of an area that maybe you would think normally that it's, oh, this is fixed, I can't do anything over here. Have I gone the wrong way? No, I can open this one, can't I?